This is part 3 of Fun Games for Horses. So this is my horse Jesse. He's an 8-year-old paint gelding that I've had about 2 months when I did this clinic. It's the first clinic I did with him, so while I've done other outside lessons, they were always private with just him and the instructor. So Jesse's main concern when we first got him was to explore his territory and feel safe within it. He's a horse that has been defensive, and his confidence was totally broken. So this game is really good for him because it puts him in contact and relationship with all the other students during this particular activity. What's been fascinating to me in watching every horse do this game was how different each one was. Some of the horses have been in clinics like this for years and have done this game a number of times, like the first horse that I showed in part 1. He's done this game a number of times, and you could tell that he knew exactly where the treat was, exactly how to get there, what his job was, and what was the most efficient way to get there and get the treat. With Jesse, pretty much the opposite. Even though he gets very close at times to finding that treat on the spool, he's not overly concerned about that. He's much more concerned about exploring his territory and knowing that he's safe. He is certainly questioning the lineup of people. It probably looks very intimidating to him. You can see here where he actually kind of wants to back into the person with that little carrot stick and the string, but he's much more concerned about where he's at, what's around him, and he's got his own mind of what he wants to do, and it's certainly not in tune with the other people there. Jesse is a very independent horse, and you can see he's not far from finding that treat, but he's not overly food motivated. So interesting to watch him as opposed to the other horses that I've shown in the other videos. So this is Jesse's second attempt at going down the lane, with the objective is finding that treat on the spool. And it's interesting how on this go-around he's very different. At first he just wants to get out from the pressure, because with the people along the side, that's pressure for him, and he'd like to be on the other side of that. But you can see he gets more of the idea of what the game is and finding that treat, because he's already down here at the spool. But he's still not really interested in that treat. He's more interested in the smells, sights, sounds, and exploring the indoor arena where he can. Now, there's no right or wrong here in my mind. It's just interesting to watch his behavior, what he's focused on, what his interest is. It gives me a lot of insight to what he's seen and how he thinks about the environment that he's finding him in, and also about the pressure from other people trying to direct him towards that treat. So I've taken Jesse down for a third try, and here he's moving along pretty nicely. He seems to understand the game a bit more, and people are also helping him keep moving. But here he's at a pretty straight trot and ends up right at the spool, knows there's a treat there. There's a huge change from the first try. Well, thanks for being here, and if you like the video, please go ahead and hit the like button. I sure appreciate that. Comments or questions,
enter them in below and I'll get to them as quick as I can. And if you like what we're doing, the channel, go ahead and subscribe and click the little bell. It'll notify you when we put up a new video. So thanks for being with me, and see you on the next video.